Hello, 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 my beautiful huns. Welcome to the Belfast vlog. I have had an absolute mare. An absolute mare. I don't even know where to begin. It was so bad that as soon as I got to this hotel, the lady at reception said to me, your room isn't going to be available until around 2:30. And I started laughing. I started laughing hysterically, like I was a crazy person. I said to her, I'm so sorry, but if I don't laugh right now, I'm going to start crying because I've had an absolute mare. So, got home yesterday at work around 5 p.m. There was a pipe leak burst or something in our apartment complex. There was no water, no hot water, no cold water. They just shut down the water. Then also, I don't have earrings. Does anyone else feel naked without earrings? Because I really do. Anyway, so that happens. They said it should be back on in the evening time. I said, okay, fine. Evening came, 10 p.m. Still no water. They said it's going to be back on in the morning. Pardon. I like to have showers at night time, especially if I've had to have leads on the whole day, which I have had to do because I was working with x-rays. So I just felt so icky because you sweat a lot with the leads because they're so heavy. I felt so icky, I didn't even sleep in my bed. I slept on, we have like this fake couch thing. I slept on that because I didn't want to go in my bed sheets because I just felt icky that I hadn't showered. Water's gonna be back in the morning. Woke up at 4 a.m. because I needed to get a flight. Still no bloody water. And we have a forum. I've just checked. It's about 12 p.m. right now. There's still no water. Imagine those people who live in my apartment complex and need to go to work. No water. On top of that, I get here, it's raining cats and dogs. I spent £15 on a flimsy little umbrella in the airport. And the man said to me, wait until you get into the town centre to buy an umbrella. But it was raining and pouring cats and dogs. So I said, no, I need an umbrella. Where did I leave the umbrella? In the taxi. And I get to reception and the woman says, oh, your room's not going to be available until 2:30. I'm going to shower, get my bearings together, and then come back. I'm so sorry for starting this vlog like this, but honestly, I'm just grateful to God that I'm here. I got here safely, alhamdulillah. And I'm grateful to God that now I'm in a place with running water. Side note, I got this jumper from H&M. It is so warm, super, super warm. This is what it looks like. I'm just wearing these grey leggings and these thick socks because I had my Doc Martens, if you can see them right there on. And you need thick socks with them. These are from Primark. Oh, another thing, my leggings have ripped on the plane. I've had a mare. Also, I don't have straighteners. Look at me, eh? Look at the frizz. But anyway, this jumper, it's so, so warm. I got it from H&M. I will link it in the description bar below. This room is very, very cute. You know what? Cue the room tour. I look a lot more presentable than I did when you guys saw me.
Aye, so this is a beautiful merchant hotel, but when it was built first in 1860, it was built for the Ulster Bank. And a lot of the most beautiful buildings around Belfast, and a lot of cities are the banks of the past.
This is your hotel here. This is Britannia. This is a scene from. This is your hotel here. This is a merchant hotel.
Yep.
So just to get your bearings here. Mm-hmm. So what you have here is this was one of the most devastating events. Well, in fact, the most devastating event that happened in Belfast, and it was during the Second World War, and it was called the Blitz of Belfast. And I think outside of London was the only other city that was as badly affected as Belfast. There was 1,000 people died over 4 nights, and vast swathes of the city were absolutely devastated.
Was it an earthquake?
No, it was bombs, German bombs. It was Luftwaffe. It was World War II in 1941.
Yeah.
So 1,000 people died. Half the elementary schools were destroyed. 100,000 people were made homeless.
The artist here is named Conor Harrington.
Thank you.
From Dublin. This mural is called The Jewel of Belfast by Candlelight. This one here is an artist from London called Pine. She goes by the name of Pine, P-N-A-G. Mm-hmm. And she has a street art series called Miniature Asshole.
This place is amazing. The irony that this is actually going to be changed today because she's gone after 45 days.
This is Putin. Even like as we.
They gave him a mini six-pack.
Donald Trump. This here is the elephant in the room.
What no one wants to speak about. It's ironic, the elephant in the room is there. You've got Iran.
Yeah.
North Korea. America.
Is that a video or a photo?
Photo.
It's the only dedicated circus school in Ireland. There are other circus schools, but they don't have their own building. This is actually their one of the largest murals in Belfast, and it's done by an Australian artist called Smug One. And Sam Bates is a world master in what's called photorealism. His hands are trying to pull the chain off the neck, and he's very feeble. He has no control over his own destiny.
Yeah.
So the wee hands are trying to pull the chain off his neck, and he isn't powerful enough to control his own destiny. So it's amazing to get this put back. 180,000 slaves in the British Caribbean colonies alone. British Caribbean colonies. He came and he wrote this book. He bought his way out of slavery, but the slavers grabbed him. He was an 11-year-old child. The slavers grabbed him, put him in a sack along with his sister, and threw him on a slave ship boat. He never seen his sister again. They didn't eat. They were whipped to make them eat. Ultimately, he bought his way out of slavery, and he came to Belfast to promote his book, but he came at the invitation of the Society of United Irishmen.
Another example would be
Hello, my beautiful huns. Welcome to the Belfast vlog. It is a gloomy day in Belfast. A very, very gloomy day in Belfast. It's cloudy, it's raining, and I did not expect the weather to be like this, but we're still gonna have a fun trip nonetheless. I've actually already been here for 48 hours, but I've had an amazing trip nonetheless, and the weather the past 2 days has been really, really nice. Belfast is such a beautiful city, and it's so rich in history, so rich in color. If you're into artwork, I think you should definitely come here. I'm staying in the Titanic hotel. I'm such a big fan of the Titanic movie, and I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't even know that this hotel existed. Until I knew I was coming here, I didn't realize there was a Titanic hotel and a whole Titanic museum, which I'm actually going to go and visit today. I had plans to go to the Belfast Botanical Gardens, but because of how great it is, I'm just like, I might scrap that. So I'm going to go to the Titanic Museum, and then I'm also going to go to, I think it's called St. George's Market, but it's this like Victorian market that they have. I think it's only open on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, where you can get a lot of vintage jewelry, and there's like really, really nice nibbles as well. This hotel is so beautiful, and I would recommend if you're coming to Belfast. Belfast is a really good place to come, especially if you're from the UK, for like a weekend away, even for like a girls getaway or a couples getaway, because there's so much to do. And if you are going to come for like a weekend away, or even if you're going to come for a day, stay in this hotel, because even if you can't go to see the Titanic Museum, this hotel in itself is like a miniature museum. There are so many rooms, there's so many drawing rooms with like different history. Even the hotel rooms, I was speaking to the person at reception, they said they've tried to mimic the tiles and even the bathrooms the same as they had on the Titanic. The only downside hindsight is, so I'm in a suite, and all of the suites, which I believe is the most expensive room, don't have bathtubs, whereas the executive rooms have bathtubs. So I would say book an executive room. If you're coming by yourself, just book an executive room. I booked a suite because there was a good price deal on it, but I think I would have fared better to get an executive room because it has a bath, and some of the executive rooms have like black tiles. The window is closed, but I can still hear outside. So that's the one downside, and I would say the one thing that I would maybe -2 marks for, because for the price of this room and how big and how grand it is, how can you not have a bath? But what it lacks in a bath and in white tiles, it definitely makes up for in charm, and it is so gorgeous. And there's pictures and artwork in all of the rooms that tell a tale of some of the people that were on the Titanic or some of the people that built it. Like I said, the hotel is a mini museum in itself. So if you come here and you don't have time to go to the Titanic museum, stay in the Titanic hotel and you'll have a mini museum. And there's also so many hotels. Grand Central, which is the hotel I was staying at before, amazing. If you want to be in central Belfast, stay there. Food, breakfast, it was so luxe for such an affordable price. Like, I was so surprised. Belfast is very affordable, very affordable. I also went to afternoon tea at the Merchant Belfast. That was so glorious. I think the next time I come, I'm going to try and stay at the Merchant. It's like you're stepping into a different time zone, but it's so beautiful. I don't know how to explain it. It's vintage but still new, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't stayed in the rooms, but even where we were having afternoon tea, it had a vintage feel, but it still felt new. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, so I need to actually get going. Let me show you. Like, it is so gloomy. Also in this suite, I have the perfect view of Samson and Goliath over there, which you can't really see, but Samson and Goliath. But there are these two yellow cranes, and they're called Samson and Goliath because they're the cranes that actually hoisted the Titanic, and I believe they're a natural trust or a landmark heritage type situation. They can't change the color, they can't change the position, they just stay there, and I think that's so interesting and so awesome. But yeah, it's like I said, it's so gloomy. I'm really hoping that they have an umbrella that I can borrow at reception, or else my first port of call is to buy an umbrella. This is another drawing office that is opposite to the other one that has the bar. This is probably where they do all their events, and if you see up there, you can see that it has a similar glass structure to the other one, but this one has been blacked out. And I think the reason for that is that on this side is where, I don't know what that is, but on this side is where there are the rooms now, the hotel rooms. I think my room is actually right there. It's so airy, so white. You can see all the windows letting a lot of sunlight, and that is because during that time they didn't have electricity, so they relied solely on sunlight when they were working. This hotel is a museum in itself because I'm finding so many little things. Artist's impression of a cabin on board the Canberra. That looks very nice. By the way, I really want to go to a cruise this year. Has anyone been on a cruise? If you have, let me know. Titanic prepares to leave Belfast, 2nd of April 1912. That is a gorgeous photo. And this one as well. I really like this one. I love how, well, there's no colours, but how the black and white step out. And this is...
Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it?
She's got one that says I just wave people around trying to case the joint for the cold.
Guys, I'm falling in love with this ring, but it's too small. God, the rain here. Oh my God, the rain. I really like this market. I'm in a corner so that you guys can hear me. If you guys like vintage items, then definitely come here because there are so many vintage earrings, just vintage trinkets, and there's also other Irish bits. They also have a food court that you can go to. I think I'm gonna get either a pair of earrings or a ring. Those are the two things that I have got my beady little eye on. I think that's Samson right there. The big yellow crane.
James, first but either of us will ever be privileged to travel in such magnificent surroundings. Ocean of ocean length. Great ships, Mr. Harrison. Largest and most luxurious ever. Harland & Wolff is the world's greatest shipbuilder, and the White Star Line is the jewel of the Atlantic services. Britannia rules the waves. Mr. Ismay has the backing of the distinguished American financier John Pierpont Morgan through his shipping firm, the International Mercantile Marine Company. But I thought he built British ships. They fly the British flag, James, and they shall be constructed in our finest shipyard by our most skilled craftsmen. Great Leviathans acting as ambassadors for the Empire. We're going to build them bigger still. Did you hear that, James? In our finest shipyard by our most skilled craftsmen.
I'd get scared working down in that double bottom. You only had candles for light. And the constant hammering against the shell plates.
Just before going to my stateroom, there was a bump. As I turned the handle of my room, there was another bump.
They might have been unconscious. They might have been dead. We cannot say to that.
The railings, they're still there, pretty much. There's the chain for the fore anchor. What's the telemotor for? It's part of the hydraulic system that connected the ship's wheel to the steering gear and the rudder.
Hey guys, so I've just come back from the Titanic experience. Shout out to the lovely Linda and her mother Carol. So I was in the queue about to get my tickets, and then this random lady was just walking up to me, and I was thinking, do I know her? And she was like, are you by yourself? I said, yes. She said, we have an extra ticket. I think her aunt was meant to come, and then she was sick, so she said if I wanted to have it. And I said, of course, thank you. That was so lovely because it meant that I didn't have to pay, so I essentially got it for free. And I was just about to pay for it online, but because I was running around, my SD card ran out of memory, so I literally walked all the way to Jessup. Sorry, their SD cards are like £64 for 32 gigabytes. Not on my watch. You guys look lovely. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my table to be ready. But the guy at Jesuits was very, very helpful, and he said, oh, there's an Argos down the road. So then I had to walk another 6 minutes to Argos. It was raining, and then trying to find a taxi was so hard because there's actually not enough taxis here in Belfast, because after the whole panorama, a lot of them got new jobs and then didn't come back to the profession. So there was also that. So because of all of that, I didn't pick a time. I just said, right, when I get there, I'll pay for tickets. And look at God, alhamdulillah. It was so good. It definitely exceeded my expectations because I thought it was just going to be like a general, oh, well damn, tad bit of mood lighting. I thought it was going to be just like, you know, a normal museum where you just go around and see different things about the Titanic, but it was so different. There were so many interactive points. They even have a little ride. I know I said before that if you don't have time to come to the museum, stay in the hotel. I still would recommend that, but really, really try to go to the museum because honestly, I think it's one of the best museums I've been to in England because it's about Irish history. Like the National Museum in England, I don't want to be seeing Egyptian history in England. Y'all need to give them people their stuff back. But it was so good. I think my table is ready, so I'll bid you guys adieu. It's the attention to detail for me because these apparently are they're replicas of the original floors that were on the Titanic ship, but they are like super, super hard. So in the morning, they're probably really, really cold, especially when it's the colder months here in Belfast. So I love that. They also have it on this side as well. I'm wearing the slippers now. Also, the walls here are so high. They're super, super high. Like, I need walls this high in my forever home. And I'm so ghetto, I didn't realize that to open the curtains, it's actually this. So you pull this and it opens it. Up here is the drawing room. That right there is a life-size version of the RMS Titanic. And it's on loan to the Nomadic Charitable Trust, courtesy of Robin and Suzanne Burrows. I'm gonna have to Google who they are because I have no idea who that is, but sound like they got money. Look at that. This room is just so plush. I believe these are the leather seats as well that are in the hotel room. The leather is so supple. So supple. This portrait here is... So this, I believe, is by Richard Wood. And it's an oil on canvas painting. So gorgeous. Also, I think this is so gorgeous. I just love the craftsmanship. Oh, that feels amazing. This entire room looks like something out of Bridgerton. And all throughout the stairwell, there are pictures. Is that Auntie Lilibet? Oh, it is Auntie Lilibet. Oh, God rest her soul. So I thought we should do a nighttime skincare routine because I haven't done one in a while. Oh my God, there's an echo in here. Right. What I might have to do is do a voiceover for this section. I got this in Primark and I absolutely love it. It is so comfortable. It's definitely bake soap because I'm going to be putting products and stuff on my face. I'm going to roll it back. By the way, this is vitamin E all over body cream from Superdrug. 10 out of 10. Amazing. First things first, I'm going to use my Vichy Normaderm face wash, facial cleanser, however you like to call it. This is amazing. Also, whenever you're traveling, I always decant my face washes or any skincare products that I have that don't come in the little travel sizes. I decant them into these, and I just got these off Amazon. I'll link them in the description bar below. The skincare products that come in those travel sizes, personally for me, I think are a tad bit of a rip-off. And I'm saying that now, but I actually have a few travel size items here because I have this, which is from Ole Henriksen, but this is not a rip-off. There's tiny stuff from like Simple and Nivea, very small travel size, ridiculously overpriced. Like, why am I paying £3 for a travel size tub of Nivea cream? I think that's a tad bit ridiculous, especially in this cost of living prices. First things first, I'm gonna sort out my hair. I'm using the John Frieda Frizz Ease, and this is the original serum. I just do about 3 pumps, rub it through my hands, and then just rub it through a ponytail. strawberry glazed donut, but I absolutely love these products. The one product that I didn't show you guys was this. So this is from Oskia, and this is their Renaissance mask, and it's a Nutriactive brightening and resurfacing mask. I actually used this yesterday night, and this is so good. So after I wash my face and cleanse, I put this on, and you keep it on for about 5 to 10 minutes, take it off, and then I'll go on to do my toner, serum, moisturizer, and everything else. It's just an extra luxurious step that feels really, really nice and really does help me have that glow. I think I'm actually going to end the vlog here because my flight tomorrow leaves super early in the morning. So I'm just gonna pack the last few bits, and yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this Belfast vlog. I have really loved Belfast, and I actually want to come here again for a few more days because this was a quick 48-hour trip, and I was only able to spend about 24 hours exploring the city because the other 24 hours I was working. But there's so much to see. It's such a small town with so much to see. If you're a lover of art, you're definitely going to love all the artwork and all the graffiti that's all around Belfast. In terms of this hotel, like I said, I do really like it. However, it's expensive. Oh my god, I don't think I told you guys. So I went downstairs to get a lemonade, and it was £6. Like, that's London prices. And when the guy said to me £6, I was like, pardon? Do you mean £6 British pounds? I was shocked. If you come here, I would say definitely try to stay at the hotel, because the hotel in itself is like a museum. If you don't have time to go to the actual Titanic museum, stay here, because everywhere there's a piece of artwork all around the stairwells. There's just so much to see. The drawing rooms, there's just so much history and so much to see here. And it's not too far from town. It's about a 7 to 10 minute taxi drive, or you could probably walk it if it's a nice day. It's really close to the airport. But if you want to stay in central Belfast, there are a plethora of hotels, like the Grand Central Hotel that I was staying at previously. I am so tired. I'm just gonna lie here and explain everything else that I wanted to say. Yeah, like the Grand Central Station, that is super central. It's right in the middle. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. If you enjoyed this vlog, I think you might like this one here, or maybe this one here. Click on either of those and let me continue to entertain you. I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this video. And I'll see you all in my next one. Peace out. A-Town down, or Belfast down, whatever.